Well, I'm going to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Michael Reese. I met Michael about 15 years ago at the JW Marriott Desert Ridge in Scottsdale, Arizona. We were all hanging at the pool after a big real estate conference, and I knew Mike was a special guy. I knew he was going to kill it. He was brand new to real estate. Well, he went on to break every record at his franchise and market center, Keller Williams at the time. He went on to form NAEA with Jay Kender and come out with impact thousands of agents' lives. He's a powerful speaker. He's an absolute genius, and he's going to talk to you about content marketing. There is nobody better. Be prepared to have your mind blown. Here we go. Take it away, Michael Reese.
All right, thanks everybody for being here today. Brent, thank you so much for asking me to be a part of this amazing online virtual event here. My goal is to bring value to everybody. And anyway, I just think this is such an awesome thing for you to put this together and create value here for the real estate community. So with that being said, let me just jump right in because I don't have a whole lot of time. My goal is to be able to condense a 1-hour presentation into about 20 minutes. And today's presentation is going to be how to leverage social media with a marketing funnel. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, in order to be successful online, I'm going to take you through kind of that framework. What I've learned, for those of you who don't know anything about me, I've sold around $50 million in products and services online. I was top 30 in real estate, co-founder of the National Association of Expert Advisors, trained some of the top agents and teams. And, I've had my hand in a lot of different online platforms and helping them be successful. The one I'm working on right now is an online platform called Attract ROI. And that's what I'm using in order to really help agents predictably generate clients, specifically from paid traffic. And the reason why paid traffic is important is because it allows you to get scalability. And we'll talk a little bit about that. Think about trading a nickel, a dime, a quarter for a dollar. Now, before we get started, this is part of an hour training. And so if you want to see the entire training, we're going to go through one particular offer. And if you want to see the entire training, you can go to doubleyourbusinesslive.com. I will put the entire training on a video for anybody to go there and watch on demand. And it will give you basically what I'm going to walk you through today. Consider it one of three really compelling offers that I'm seeing work really well online, specifically when you're leveraging social media. So you're going to learn the simple formula to turn strangers into clients online. And so go over there and check that out. Now let's talk about a leverage point. A leverage point in your business is, the way that I look at it is, what's something that you can focus on that if you get it done makes other things easier. And usually by getting a disproportionate return on effort. Meaning if I put a little effort into changing let's say we have a website and it's converting at a certain percentage, let's say 5%. If I have an ad that's driving traffic to that website, if that ad is not optimized, then it doesn't matter about the landing page, because the ad is going to be a bigger leverage point, right? Because the cost of the traffic the cost to get a click to that website could be significantly 2, 3, 5, 10x more. And that could be based upon the headline, the image, and really it could also be based around the platform. Google and Facebook have two different cash conversion cycles. One of the things that I found is when you advertise on Facebook, for us, after looking at data over a year, took on average of 161 days to set the appointment on average. And on Google was 4.5 days. So those are leverage points, identifying those. And that's when you think of your customer acquisition as a funnel, you start to identify those. Now, there is a formula that we use. We'll call it the secret formula. It's not a secret anymore because I'm going to share it with you, but it's principally driven. You want to understand who your target market is. You want to be able to identify the traffic in which how you're going to get them. So, where are you going to find them? Let's say you're going to go after probates. You could get a list of probates. If you're trying to if you're trying to go after motivated home sellers. So if your target market was motivated home sellers, you could go after people whose homes are in probate. That's one target market. And the traffic you might use is by getting a list of their contact information and targeting them using, custom audiences online, things to that nature. But most importantly, you're going to have a good offer. And what I usually say is just think about this is, the better you are at identifying your target market, the better you're going to be at crafting a message that's going to be compelling. When I work on anything, I always say the number one thing you want to work on is the offer. Because no matter what you do, if you do everything right and the offer doesn't convert, it's unfortunate you might not be able to do it again. It might be unprofitable. And so the offer, working backwards from the offer, really make sure that you're targeting your traffic right, you're using the right headline, the right images, you're going after the right target audience. And then more importantly, we got to focus on conversion. And so how are we going to convert those clients? Right now, the last stat I saw is people sometimes need, and this is a stat that a mentor of mine shared, which was 22 different interactions before they purchase something. I'm in the market right now to buy stuff for my home gym. And I can tell you, I've been on the site today. I was on it yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't buy because home gym equipment is hard to get right now. But the point is I'm out there doing my research. And, that's what consumers do is they're comparison shoppers a lot of the times. And so when you're building a marketing funnel, you want to be able to know how you're going to turn those people into a customer. So let's walk through this for a second. First of all, I want to let everybody know you can do this. You're only one successful funnel away from being able to scale your real estate business predictably and profitably. And so most people, this is where they shut down. They say they can't. Guys, I'm going to offer to help you guys take the number one funnel that I'm using right now. I'm going to tell you why it's working, how we're doing it. I'll give you a step-by-step course you can go through. And if anybody wants help setting it up, I'm more than willing to do that as well. And in fact, I'm willing to do that and make it as easy for you as possible, right? And so just if this is something you've been wanting to do and you know that you should be getting clients from social media, really pay attention here. So here's if we were going after a first-time home buyer. Okay, we'd have to identify that person. Then we'd have to decide, are we going to use Facebook or Google? Those are and the truth is there is a formula of using both of those that actually works better when you're using retargeting. You're going to have an offer, right? So you could use grants, down payment assistance, things to that nature. Then you're going to have a funnel. So really a landing page. When you spend money online to get somebody into your funnel, you want to make sure that you're focusing that conversion to really making a compelling offer where someone can make a decision and move forward. And so taking people to the old website that we used to do, 10 years ago is not really the best strategy, especially if you're doing the math and understanding the economics behind the investment that it takes to acquire a customer online. And so everybody, one thing I want to give away as a gift, I always do this anytime I speak, whether it's virtually or on stage, I always offer a gift. I do have a vendor program. A lot of the times I run into people that say they can't afford online marketing, and I beg to differ. My first year in real estate, I had a vendor program, and I think you should. A vendor program is an offer, and it's an offer to get other people who are aligned and have the same interests as you, who are trying to acquire the same customer. It's an opportunity to partner with those people. And so I have a vendor guide that I'd be more than delighted to give everybody a copy of. In fact, it's on Facebook in a Facebook group. You can go to joingetmoneynow.com, join the Facebook group. It's pinned up to the top. And this is what we call host beneficiary relationships. One of the things that we teach is in this vendor guide, you'll learn the audience siphon, which is how to leverage your vendors in order to get transactions. And Trisha Turner, a partner of ours, we've helped actually leverage self-liquidating some of her expenses by being able to partner with her vendors. And so if you haven't zero costed your marketing, I would really want you to consider, again, leverage points. That's a leverage point in your business. And this guide it's lengthy. It is step by step. If you want a copy, head on over to that Facebook group and download a copy of it. It's real easy for you guys to get to. Just go to joingetmoneynow.com and you can get a copy for that. All right. So let's talk about the new construction funnel. Okay. Why the new construction funnel? First of all, the new construction funnel, you can really target move-up buyers, which are people in your area that might potentially have a home to sell before they buy. And one of the benefits is, in my market, what I found is you have another party that's incentivized to help you with the follow-up, incentivized to help you, convert that client into a customer. You're usually, if you've worked with any experienced salespeople, builders usually put their salespeople through some pretty advanced training. And so I've always liked working with on-site home builders because I feel like when I hand them over to them, they're there to assist me in helping the client get what they want, but also getting the client to the goal, which is actually purchasing a home. Generally, they're better qualified opportunities, and the clients are a little bit more emotionally tied to the process because they're building their own home, right? And the objections from traditional buyers are really removed when they can say, well, we don't like the garage over here, or we don't like this paint color, or, we don't like the floor plan, we don't like the lot. When you work with new construction, you're able to handle that objection up front. And the cash conversion cycle is shorter. The time in which you invest $1 right now today is very fast. In fact, those dollars are traffic for this vertical or this niche or this target audience is really cheap right now. And we'll talk about that. And then the search terms for new construction are specific usually to neighborhoods. And so if you go into your market right now and type in new construction, there's usually a lot of search volume, but it's targeted to neighborhoods, and it's usually builders trying to sell their inventory. So anytime you're successful online, it's having a differentiated value proposition, and you're able to do that really well with this. So the new construction funnel, there's really a couple phases. We broke it down into 3 phases. We have the strategy phase, which I'm going to talk to you really in depth about now. We have the implementation phase of the funnel. The strategy is kind of giving you guys the why and how it works. The implementation is getting it up. So, a good thing about a funnel is once they're built, they run, they work every day, 7 days a week. And then the last is optimizing the funnel. And you can do a lot of things right now with Facebook Lives and stuff like that I teach, where you can get free traffic and really, you can imagine, home buyers out there, potential home buyers watching videos. What type of videos would they be that would be able for you to create a compelling offer to get those people into your funnel? So let's talk about this. Why the new construction funnel? Well, first, let's go back to the differentiated search. If you go online in my market, there's 35 million results for homes for sale in Frisco. And if you look, there's about 8.6 million results for new homes for sale in Frisco. I know that seems small, but, a lot of people, if you look at homes for sale in Frisco, usually you're going to have a crowded market, which would be considered kind of a red ocean strategy. If you look over here under this search, you're really competing with the builders, and because they're really focused again on neighborhoods and their product, you can just create a more compelling offer. Right now the offer that I'm seeing work really well, nobody's making, and so since so many people are saying, hey, check out my neighborhood, my area, my new home, Reese Homes, Beezer Homes, KB Homes, right? You can go in and make a really compelling offer to see all new construction. I'm going to show you how that works. New construction offer, you have 2. You have a primary and a secondary. The primary is based upon selection, and our secondary offer is affordability. I'll talk to you why these are important. With a primary offer, you basically are going to give access to all the new construction properties in the area. And again, this is going to work best with cold traffic, and it's going to be what's the best for lead generation because it's the most universal offer. Affordability, which is a secondary offer, is what we're doing is we're giving people access to a one-page document with all the builder incentives. So we basically take the time to go out there and find out what all those builder incentives are. We put them into one-page document, and that becomes a secondary offer, which again is going to help us when we go into the math on how this works. And that's used for warm retargeting. And so I'll walk you through what that means, but it's going to really help you get throughput or conversion with this strategy. So here's how it works. You have a lead ad. That's what we run. If you don't know what a lead ad is, we'll walk you through what that is in the training. And basically what it is at a very high level is it's a form it's built inside of Facebook. And so what happens is you don't need an actual landing page or a website. And the main thing is that the client doesn't have to put their information in because it auto-populates based upon their user profile. And what we do is we have an IDX site, and then we have a pipeline, and then we have a contacting campaign, then we have retargeting. That's kind of, how the funnel looks. That's that's a high level overview, right? Is we have an IDX site, which is aligned with the offer. And then I'll walk you through what that is, which is getting access to all the new home construction deals. And let's say in this one, which is Steve Whitlock in Silicon Valley's funnel that I'm showing you here. And he basically drives those people to an IDX site, which is his KV core site, which we'll teach you how to make a custom landing page with that site, where it will only display the new construction homes in your market. We put those people into a pipeline. We then manage them through those stages of the process by using different campaigns and then retargeting, really to optimize that conversion. So here's what the funnel really looks like. This one again is Stephen Whitlock. And as you can see here, it's pretty self-explanatory. You see the home, you see the image, you have learn more. As somebody clicks on it, you're getting a little timing and motivation. As they click on the timing, if they're wanting to do something now, it's automatically pulling in the information of the contact user, displaying the private policy. And then instantly, when they click Go View Homes, it's going to automatically take them to Steve Whitlock's landing page there in Silicon Valley of all of his new construction funnels, which is basically his IDX site. And it's a customized link that's taking them to the new construction side of that site, okay? And so what we do is, if you take that as the primary offer, the secondary offer is a messenger ad. So when somebody does any of that, what you got to understand is that the minute they click on that form, if they do not proceed, you are now creating a custom audience inside of Facebook, and we can retarget those people. And so we do that with messenger ads. And so we'll hit them straight up in Messenger. And again, they'll be in our pipeline. We'll create a little contacting campaign here. One of the things that we use in our Attract ROI is we're able to send voice messages. And there's two reasons. The main reason is they get used to your voice. So as they start to hear your voice in their voicemail, it's just they start to get used to it. So when you ever do get in contact with them, that there is an element to feeling like they know you. They've seen videos, they've heard your voice on their voicemail, things to that nature. But another thing is the platforms believe that if anybody's using the voice message capability of Messenger, then usually you don't send voice messages to people you don't know. So we're betting that if you send somebody a voice message, then all of the other content you post is going to probably be presented to them in the news feed. It's a wild guess, I know, but we have seen that we are able to get and grow our audiences by using the different abilities to connect with people through social media. And we believe it is one of the algorithms' way of saying, okay, well, if this individual has sent messages back and forth with this person on Messenger, they must know each other. And so since they know each other, when they post about their birthday, let's go ahead and display that ad. And our goal, again, is to get the attention of that target market. And then we retarget them. We go over that in the more advanced training. If you want access to that, I can give it to everybody. But we can retarget them. We can go after specific properties. We can, again, update with incentives, information about specific builder community, stuff like that, usually with live videos that are scheduled to sequentially be delivered to that person in their newsfeed based upon their interaction with your funnel, right? And so this is what that ad would look like right here. This is an actual messenger ad. And again, this is in their news feed, offering them this incentive. And it's, if you look in the call to action, it's saying, hey, listen, just send me a message on Messenger and I'll send this right over, right? So I believe that this is
buying a new construction property in Frisco right now. This piece of paper can help you save up to $20,000. I'm Woods Davis with
So that gives you a little insight, and then you can see how that message would go out. Would they want the list? If they said yes. Again, all of this can be built into your Messenger advertisement. If you're not using Messenger, I have a step-by-step process on how to implement this. In fact, I can implement it for you. Again, when one of the things people always ask me is, can you help me with this? If you're interested, we can help you get this implemented. You can try it out. There's no cost for you to get help implementing this. If it's something you want to do, I'm here to add value. Again, I am able to help you. This is something that does work. There are one thing that I think people need to understand is this is all about ROI, right? I think I tend to work better with people that do the math. So I'm going to walk you through the math on what I'm seeing working, but this is for somebody who's, again, this is paid traffic. This is somebody who says, listen, I would love to spend $168.52 to get a customer. Can I get 16 of those? That's the mindset of the individuals I feel like I can help. You can't have a funnel with no traffic. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like I need to make sure that I really make sure that everybody understands that you could have all of this done, but if you can't get it in front of people, it won't work. Okay, so let's do the math for a second here. So in this ROI calculator, you can see over here, and you want to create your assumptions and establish your testing budget. This is what we do with anybody, anytime. For us, we created a lead generation ROI calculator. You can go get it at attractroi.com/calculator. And basically, it allows you to take your monthly budget, break it down into a daily budget. It's going to make an assumption around a cost per lead. And then it's going to give you an assumption around a conversion rate and what your average commission is, how many leads you think you're going to get, what you think that value per lead is going to be worth, and how many transactions you're going to get, right? And so you just want to walk through those assumptions and get what you think your ROI is going to be, and how many leads you think you're going to need to have to generate in order to close a transaction. When I wrote the book Inside Sales Predictability, I learned 1 in 34 conversations led to a nurture, and then 1 in 12 nurtures, which was 8%, turned into a transaction, which is what gave me the ability to predictably get clients online through listings, or get listings online through a demand generation strategy. And it's because I did the math. So you always want to do the math. You want to know your CAC and your ROI. So this is an example of an actual cost per lead. What we're seeing right now, a cost per result is $2.84. Pretty amazing. I believe this is Stevens. I'm not exactly sure, but if you could think about this gentleman spent $273.10. For me, if I spent $273.10 to get a customer, that is a good investment. So this was a result of 96 leads on Facebook in this campaign. So $273 invested at a cost per result of $2.84. Pretty impressive, right? And this is what you want to understand. This was a daily budget of $10, right? $10 daily budget. And 96, that's a cost per lead of under $3. And finally, a 2% conversion rate. That to me, when I'm looking at a business, I'm looking at it like a business. I'm looking for something that, like in this scenario, how can I scale? How do I nail a marketing funnel and scale it so that I can predictably hit my sales goals? A lot of people say they want to sell, 100 homes. Well, how many are going to come from sellers? How many from buyers? How many from your past clients? How are you going to get your past clients to engage with you? What are you going to do in order to get those referrals? In order to create a personal economic model and create a path, an actual path to get to your goals, you want to start doing the math. And so this was an example of a case study where if I was working with somebody and they wanted to get to their goals, this would be maybe a way to insert, I'm just hypothetical here. I would go over their budget and say, well, here's a way that we could add 14 more transactions this year. Let's put this funnel in place. In fact, if we run it on Google or Instagram and get more traffic, maybe we can actually get 21 deals this year from this funnel. So that's the way you want to think about it, right? There's 2 types of traffic. Traffic you own, which is your database. You can do videos for your subscribers and followers. And then there's traffic you control, which are basically through lead ads, messenger ads, and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, here's what I wanted to make sure everybody knew. I wanted to keep this short. Hopefully this was helpful for everybody. If you want to get access to the implementation or you want to see the entire training, all you have to do is I can give you our implementation guide, how we implemented this. So you can download this guide, give you a step-by-step checklist to build your funnel, and literally the copy and paste elements to build this out. Or I can have one of my gentlemen get on and actually help you build this out and get this up and running. If you want to do that, just head on over to newconstructionfunnel.com. Thank you, Brent, for asking me to be here. I didn't want to come and just tell you a bunch of theory. We call it, teach you the door and then you got to go find a hinge. I wanted to be able to actually teach you a strategy and give you the ability to actually execute this. This is something we could have up and running for you next week. If you're in the position where you're trying to predictably turn strangers into clients and you'd be willing to work with someone who's looking for new construction in your market. And here's another thing I just want to point out again. A lot of these new construction buyers are sellers. They're local area movers. And we have found that to be true. We've actually been getting listings from this strategy. So if you want to take advantage of that, go to newconstructionfunnel.com. Brent, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And James, I know you did a lot of work to put this together as well. Thank you so much for all you do. And thanks so much. Y'all make it a great day. If there's anything you need, you can message me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Michael I is for Isaac. Michael I Reese. Thanks, everybody.
Michael Reese, what do you say? Brilliant, strategic, solid. Thank you, Michael. Great job. I'm so glad you made the time to do this.